Welcome everyone. These are the transits for the month of March and the year 2022. And we go on where we were in February with Venus and Mars, still together, still moving in conjunction, and that is until the 25th of March, and until the middle of the month it is a strong conjunction. And now they're moving through gates where they're making things more concrete. This is about what results are going to come out of this longer period of conjunction of the male and female polarity. In that polarity, Venus represents our emotional side. Venus instills values, and Mars is an active side. I could say the masculine side. It will be very agile, it will be dynamic, it will put things into practice, and it puts the things into practice that it comes from Venus. So if you're clear about your emotional life and your inner values, then Mars will bring out clarity, and the action of Mars will be noble because it's inspired by that clarity. On the other hand, if you are in an emotional turmoil, or there are wounds in you and you take them out on the world because you're not realizing that they're really in you, Mars will amplify that too. In general, this is a deeply emotional time. Also after that conjunction has ended. On the 2nd of March we see Saturn enter gate 49. On the 14th of March Jupiter goes in gate 22, and on the 7th of March Neptune has already moved from that same gate 22 in 36. Now what it all means becomes maybe more clear if I show you a part of the wheel. This is the wheel. This wonderful picture of the wheel of all the gates and signs was made by Elijah Parker. He is a magician, I could say, the creator of the visual aspect of the gene keys. The way the courses look, that's him. The sun here moves in a anti-clockwise direction, so it's in this way, and we are right now between gates 37 and 63. We're entering gate 63, and you can see that this is the sign of Pisces, right? Most of the gates here, this 55, the 37, the 22 and the 36, are all part of what is in human design the emotional center. And the emotional center in human design is a very important one. And when we meet with other people, it's almost always activated. In our meetings we are emotionally driven. There are all these emotional journeys and waves. You can see that gate 22 is quite central here, and that's called the gate of grace. That's that one where Neptune has gone out and Jupiter is going in. Jupiter stays for 1 month. Be open to grace, expanding grace in your feeling world. Grace is something that descends from above. It's not something you can do. It's something you're open to. And so in intense and uncertain times, and when it's difficult, it makes sense just to give yourself space and open to grace. Well, that rhymes, right? Yeah. Neptune, meanwhile, has moved onwards to gate 36. 36 right here, right? That's the gate of emotional crisis, the darkening of the light. Neptune is mysterious. It's a collective force. Neptune's going to stay there until October and then goes out and goes back again there. So next years we'll have the influence of that gate of crisis, difficulties, and the purpose of all those difficulties is to find the exit of the tunnel, to find the light at the end of the tunnel, and also to find actually your own humanity in it, because we're all in it. And so the difficulties can unite us in humanity and in compassion, actually, finally. That's the essence, the highest quality of that gate. Yeah. Then if you look further, yeah, you see that after this 36, comes gate 25. That's right in the east. In the east is where spring is, the northern hemisphere. That gate is no longer in the emotional center. And that's the gate where the sun is when it's spring. Spring this year is on the 20th. It starts. So we start spring this season in a gate that its name is innocence, also universal love. It's like after that journey through the emotions, when you learn, when you know, to ride with the waves but not go under in them, you end up with an open heart, with love in your heart, and that's for everyone, everything. When we speak about work this month, you know, what's in the work area? Well, the work is to bring awareness to your emotions. It's not so much this time about doing projects or getting things done. Now it is in all these feelings. There's Jupiter, there's Saturn in 49, which is a revolution. Saying, no, it is, this is where my limit is. What's coming to me now is not okay because my values are different. Yeah, the emotions, the values. How do you say that no, and what do you let in and out? That's also a job of that gate. Finally, it's an inner revolution that's being triggered there. In that, let's say, that job of bringing awareness to your emotions, there is help from the moon nodes, because they have changed, or they will change this month on the 15th March, to gates 23 and 43. And in human design, that's a channel. That channel is called Genius or Freak. 23, 43. It's about receiving insights. It's an individual channel, so it's just for you. And it's auditive, so listen to your inner voice. Have an open ear to your inner world. And your ear is not open when your mind is filled with all kinds of ideas and thoughts. So it's sort of calm yourself down, create that open space, receptive space, and now what's coming? And those are insights, and they come in through gate 43. And they want to go out to gate 23, because that's in the throat. The throat is about manifesting and communicating and speaking, yeah? About art also. And so first they come in, then they find words, concepts, images, symbols, whatever. And then, when you have that in yourself, there is also, yeah, that feeling of, well, I want to share that. This really makes sense, and that feeling is true. The thing is, are the other ones ready to hear it? And that channel is called Genius or Freak, because if you just blurt it out, your environment may see you as a freak, even if you know that you are not. If you have the right moment, you can sense, are people open for it, the right environment, the right people, the right atmosphere, and then you say this in a way that people can assimilate it, then they think, oh, that's a genius. I mean, you're neither, but what has come is being received, and that's actually the purpose of the channel. Knowing about that may help, because these insights, there's a good chance they're coming to you in this time. In the next month, in April, we're going to speak more about inner direction, which can give direction to your outer life when Uranus moves into gate 2 of orientation. I wish you a good month with insights and harmony within polarities. Thank you.